everyone. Good morning to the stereo listeners and good morning to our new YouTube family. Hope you're.
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. We're finally connected. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. I was just going through, so I was trying to get up to date with all these articles because there's been
Oof.
a lot of them today.
Yes.
So,
I was just looking myself.
so we'll go into the articles afterwards, but let's do the normal bit first. So. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to the stereo listeners and good morning to our new YouTube family. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Um, I wish I was here to give you some good news about the market turning green, but it hasn't yet, and Bitcoin has hit an all-time low. We're going to go into that in a minute, but again, just so you all know, me and Blockchain Jane, we're not financial advisors. We're just here sharing our opinions and having a chat. So please do your research before you do anything else. And if you do want to come and join us on these stereo chats, please go to the About page and click on the stereo link. And if you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button and make sure you give us a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. Okay, so let's start with the markets first, and then we're going to touch on all the different bits of news today. So the market this morning is not very good. I thought that we were going to be in a position where we might see a bit of a recovery yesterday, but instead of that, um, we've seen massive crashes as well. So Bitcoin is at 40,157, which is down 11%. Ethereum has gone below 3,000 for the first time in a couple of weeks, down 15%. Cardano back down to $1.77, down 15%. Dogecoin is at 41 cents, which is down 10% as well. So before I go on, Bitcoin, I'm going to go through this together 1 second. So Bitcoin has fallen partly to do with. So before I go on, I want to read this article I came across, which I think is good, and then we'll go back to the markets. So give me 1 second, let me get it up. So,
Yeah, I've been seeing some concerning things in the news this morning. And then I just learned that this Mercury retrograde is possibly messing with my whole, it's the whole astrology of things right now. It's messy. We're gonna hit Mercury retrograde in about a week.
so it says here, blockchain J, Bitcoin price crashes after spectacularly after China's crypto clampdown. So the article is Bitcoin plummeted in price by more than 10% on Wednesday after regulators in China announced a crackdown on cryptocurrency payments. The price crash took Bitcoin below $40,000 for the first time since February and was accompanied by the wider market turmoil among the leading cryptocurrencies. Ethereum, Ether, Cardano, and Dogecoin all saw heavy losses between 15 and 20%. The news in China means that the financial institutions will no longer be allowed to support crypto transaction. Bank payment platforms and lending institutions are effectively banned from offering customers any cryptocurrency services, including trading. The new regulation does not prevent individuals from holding Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. Three industry bodies, the National Internet Finance Association of China, Banking Association, and the Payment and Clearing Association of China, also claimed in a joint statement that cryptocurrencies are not supported by real value, resulting in the market volatility. Recently, cryptocurrency prices have skyrocketed and plummeted, and speculative trading of cryptocurrencies has rebounded seriously, infringing on the safety of people's property and disrupting normal economic and financial order, the regulator said in a statement. So the latest losses come after a week of tumbling prices, first prompted by Elon Musk announcement that Tesla would no longer be accept payments in Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is down nearly a third since Mr. Musk's tweet last week and down by more than 40% since all-time highs experienced in mid-April. Despite the market slide, Bitcoin is still well up from this time last year when it was trading below 10,000. Renowned market analyst Plan B noted that Bitcoin had come full cycle after returning to the same price it was when Tesla first announced that it would be accepting Bitcoin payments. So I think China are doing something because they're looking for reasons why they can get rid of it so that they can push their own cryptocurrency that they're launching, because they will be launching their own crypto. We all know that. But it's a massive blow to crypto that China
Right.
was coming on board with it at the beginning. They hated crypto. They were coming on board with it, but it looks like now they've done an all out bad. And what I did was this morning, and the reason we're kind of late on this show as well is I wanted more time to go through and read. So I tried to go through everything, the Financial Times, all the major news outlets, and everything is saying the same thing. It is banned. It is actually being banned by China from all banks, institutions. You can purchase
Right.
it, but no longer being offered. All the banking apps in China that were offering you to buy crypto has been stopped. They're gone. Everything is done, and that's why Bitcoin fell another 5% or wherever it fell since yesterday. So look, there isn't a bottom yet, and this is the bit we're going to carry on with the markets first. Let me carry on with the markets, but as I'm getting up the thing, I'll say so. Look, we haven't seen a bottom yet to Bitcoin, so my theory is that we're when that happens, we could even be. And Sayuri Queen said last week, and I thought there's no way this is going to happen. But I think we could possibly see as low as 35. And I don't think that we would ever see that. But we'll get back to that in a minute. Let's quickly finish the market roundup. So Dogecoin is at 42 cents, down 14%. Bitcoin Cash is below 1,000, back at 957, which is down 16%. Litecoin is $266, down 15%. And these percentages I'm reading are just for 24 hours, not the cumulative ones, right? So Solano is at $47, which is down 11%. But guess what? Polygon, $2.37, up 12%. And we're going to go into that in a minute about why some of the coins are up and why Cardano did what it did. So we got VeChain, which is all the way down to 13 cents, which I think maybe I would keep an eye on some of these because, like VeChain, Tron, while the price of, well, Tron isn't really falling because Tron is still at 10 cents, which
Right.
is not really doing anything, but VeChain is down. It was at 13, it's now at 14. These coins are opportunities when the market does turn to be able to make a bit of a healthy return. So definitely keep an eye on some of the lower value coins so that you could get into them and possibly make 20 between 25 and 40% quite easily. But right now I wouldn't suggest it because the market, everything is literally down. So you could get better prices, but I would suggest definitely keeping an eye on it. So crypto.com is also down to 13 cents, which is a crazy, crazy price. Algorand is $1.20. Remember that name, Algorand. I'm going to come back to that in a minute. BitTorrent is at 0.004, which is down 15%. Everything is just crazy.
Right. The whole thing with China is really a mess. I mean, I didn't realize that China had the history that it has. I was reading in another article on Newsweek.
Okay, Decentraland is now at $1, down 16%. Telcoin
Blocked
is
access.
Telcoin is at 0.03, which is down 20%. Just everything is down between 15 and 20%. It's like the worst I've seen the markets for a long, long time. Okay, look, everything is down 15 to 20%. You could take that how you want to take it. Me personally, I am I'm a little bit concerned, and for me to say that, I wouldn't be. I'm concerned for the short term, not for the long term. So right now, I think what's going to happen is I think the market's still got a bit more to fall, and I think that the governments all around the world will use this as an excuse to push the price of cryptocurrency down and make people lose money so they lose faith in it. Um, I don't think it will affect things long term, but I think that there will be a new wave of cryptos coming out of this. So
Right.
I've been looking into certain things today. So Cardano, and it was concerning me why certain coins were doing a lot better than other coins. And what I found was that proof of stake coins are doing better than proof of work coins. And the reason for that is because they use about 0.01% of the electricity that Bitcoin uses to transact, and the fact that they reward miners for holding the coins rather than transacting them. So I put an article up in the Discord chat around Cardano and why Cardano went in the opposite. Well, it did go in the opposite direction, um, but I think we will be seeing something coming out with regards to coins like Algorand is proof of stake, and I would suggest right now looking for coins that have proof of stake. So when you can get into these at a reasonable price right now with the dip as it is as well. And I think you could take advantage of it. And I'm not saying to buy anything right now. I would just be very cautious and I would wait for the market to level off. And as I was saying earlier, I can't see where the bottom is.
Right.
And every day I think to myself, okay, so everything's down 5%, and usually I could predict it and I could say, okay, we're at 5% losses. This is where the right time to buy is. But everything I've tried to predict this time round, I've been wrong, and I will admit when I'm wrong, and I think that that is what's concerning me. That how much further things are going to go down. Forget the 10-15% we're down in the last 24 hours, the
Right.
whole thing. You got to think Bitcoin was at 64,000.
Right.
24,000 has been written off it. And it's
Well,
partly down to Elon Musk. We blame him with all of his stuff. Now, China have jumped on board. They've said they're going to do what they're going to do.
right.
Ethereum, I knew was going to happen because that was it was going up, and I always said there was going to be a correction, but I didn't realize. Look, a week ago we were at $4,400, and now we're at $2,900. It's not saying that you can't take advantage of this, but I want people to take advantage of it at the lowest price possible, and I'm trying to work that out where we should be buying back in. And every time I think I've got it, something else comes out to give it another blow. It's like, I love boxing. It's like it's in a ring with Muhammad Ali and he's giving it a left hook, a right hook, an uppercut, and I just can't see the bottom. And I've been trying to look and try and research or see what other people are saying, and I think everybody's in the same boat. There hasn't
Right.
been any sort of pickup in crypto in the last 3 days. It's just been down, down, down. Obviously, we've got Polygon and a few of the others. Fantastic. We're making money with them. But the other portfolio, it will recover. I don't have any doubt that we will be back up. But my main aim is to try and find some sort of bottom so that we can know when to buy more of something, because there's no point buying something now and then waiting another 2, 3 weeks for the money to even reach back to where we bought it at. So right
Right.
now, I wouldn't recommend buying into anything. Polygon is a good bet. That is something that's just going to keep growing. Cardano is one that I think with these articles, there were, hold on, I'll write it down. There were 26 articles about Cardano being the first green cryptocurrency today. So I think after this thing with China blows over today or tomorrow, Cardano will definitely be one that will be going up in price. And check out and look for. I haven't had a chance to look yet. I know Algorand is a proof of stake coin. So what you want to be looking for when this market does start to get better again is proof of stake coins. They will be the coins that will be eco-friendly and people will be driven towards. And there'll be this whole thing about buying up eco coins and supporting eco-friendly coins. And I think that that's the way it's going to go. Just like, well, I don't know, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Scouse Mouse actually did say it. It's going to be a new trend over meme coins. It is going to be the new trend over meme coins. And that's
Right.
how I look at it as well. I think that it's going to be something people are around. I think Elon Musk, like, kind of tweeting about the whole not accepting Bitcoins anymore. It is going to happen, but Bitcoin isn't going to go away. That is for sure. Bitcoin will bottom out at a certain price and then begin to climb again, because people will wait. Everyone right now is just waiting for the price to go. And then these big hedge funds, what they're doing is they're pushing the price down by shorting Bitcoin. They're, I went to some of these sites to check out what position Bitcoin was in, and 59% of people were shorting Bitcoin.
Wow.
59%. And not only that, the other 40% was made up of holders, not people buying, holders, and most probably about 20% of people buying the dip. But I don't think it's a good idea to buy Bitcoin. I think Sayuri Queen was maybe right. I think we're going to be in a position where we'll be able to get back in at an even lower price. And I think this 15-20% we saw today is nothing for what we're about to see, because now China has seen that they were able to deliver a blow to the crypto market. I think going forward, they're going to maybe say some other stuff, do something else, and the price will go down further. And I think we'll be hearing stuff from other governments. So right now, me personally, just to my well, you all my subscribers who are listening, so I wouldn't recommend buying into anything yet, because you'll be able to get it at a lower price, or how do you put it? There'll be a bigger sale on, or however you want to look at it. It will definitely be something that is going to go lower. I have no doubt about that. I looked at the charts, I looked at everything, and it looks it doesn't look like we're near the bottom.
Right.
And when I say that, it's because, do you remember when I tell you when the price of something is going up gradually, it's a good thing because it will continue to go up. This time, I'm telling you, the price is gradually going down,
Right.
which I think means that we're in for a little bit more of a price drop. I hope it doesn't happen, and I hope I'm wrong. But I went away and I got up at 6 this morning and I started going through literally chart after chart after chart, and everything is not falling like a bungee jump like Doge did, and it's just going to bounce back. It's that gradual fall that worries me, which means people losing confidence.
Right.
And I think not just retail investors, hedge funds, and I think that this whole thing within China has caused a knock-on effect with Americans, which I think, and the British. I don't think it's had that the effect that it's had has been reflected in the price yet, because any business done with China around crypto or anything like that will all have an effect, and it's just a little bit concerning. We'll pop these bubbles, blockchain, Jane, and then we will move on.
Okay.
Morning, people. I sent you 3 interesting bits of news there in your WhatsApp, mate. You might want to look at. You might have seen them already, but they're just 3 things I come across in my little browse this morning.
Give me a second, my friend. I'm going to get it up now.
Okay, while you're doing that, I did want to just chime in on the whole thing with China.
Yep.
I read a couple articles this morning as well, and aside from them cracking, closing down the exchanges and effectively banning crypto, there was one statement that I read where they're saying they're also, they're advising people they're warning people, rather, I should say, against speculative trading of cryptos because they feel that it disrupts the normal economic and financial systems. So when I read that, I just thought, like, wow, like, obviously China has a history of, a certain level of control, uh, as do most governments. I'm not just trying to blast China. It's just that, I don't know, that part really was worrisome to me because it's like they're trying to warn the everyday person from trading. And, for me, like in the past and even like growing up, it seemed like trading, whether it's stocks or currency or whatever, is something that only people in the financial sector do. And up until very recently, I've never like noticed as many people trying to get into the trading realm. So I don't know, maybe there is something to that. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think maybe with China saying what it's saying and doing what it's losing it. But again, this is an article I haven't seen. Um, and it says here, so Andy, thank you for these 3 articles. So this one is saying that Wales have bought up the dip, and we could see 83K for Bitcoin, which I don't know about that. I think the whales buying the dip, if they bought the dip, the price would have gone in the other direction, and it's gone down. And depending on how much those whales bought, let me just be totally honest with you. 83K. Um, it looks like I think we'll by the end of this year, with the market as it's going, we'll be hopefully we can get back up to like 70, 80 grand by the end of the year. I don't think it's going to all of a sudden spike back up to 80. That is for sure. Um, Blockchain Jane, what do you think? Like whales, it says here, whales are buying the dip. Do you think whales are buying the dip right now, or do you think they're waiting?
I would think they were waiting, that specifically because of the whole Elon Musk thing, and then the China thing on top of that. I don't know. If I were a whale, I would probably be waiting because it's not just one thing. There's a confidence thing. I mean, and it's happening really quickly. So I don't know. I would think they would be waiting, but it's possible. I don't know. I don't know how a whale thinks. So it's hard to speculate on that, but
Because there's data with this. There's data with it shows that the whales are buying up, but I don't know how accurate that data is. But this article is super cool. So this is what I'm going to read, because it says Ethereum tokens to migrate to Cardano, seamlessly groundbreaking concept unveiled. According to the introduction by Input Output Global PM, Francisco Landino, an intuitive instrument, will allow ERC-20 tokens to leave the Ethereum proof of work with ease, getting rid of congested Ethereum off the F network. The ever-increasing traffic and transaction cost of Ethereum network were the most obvious rationales behind the idea of seamless cross-platform token migration instrument. And then it goes on, it says, compared to Ethereum's proof of work consensus, Cardano's consumes less energy and has much lower transactional fees. That's why running tokens on Cardano in an eco-friendly and cost-efficient alternative to Ethereum F. Okay, so that's cool. I like that. So again, I'm going to share for all of the subscribers. I'm going to share all of these articles on Discord as well. But do you see what I mean? There's another coin that's jumping on Cardano. So, okay, sometimes I make the mistake, so I've got to be a lot clearer. So, ADA is the cryptocurrency, Cardano is the network. So, it's basically ADA Cardano, but I sometimes refer to it as Cardano and ADA. But anyway, the coin is called ADA, the network is called Cardano. I need to be clear about that. So, Cardano, so because of the proof of stake and the way that it works and the network and with it being eco-friendly, I didn't know that Azhai was going to send me that, but it just proves my point. Everyone is going to be jumping on this eco-friendly thing, and I think that that's an amazing thing. And look at what's happening. Crypto isn't just lying down. People aren't just. This is we're talking about billions and billions of pounds. So people are adopting to change, and this is what crypto is. It's like I said before. I always refer to it like a 10-year-old boy. It's growing. It's maturing. It's right now. It's going through puberty. It's developing. So
Right.
all this eco-friendly thing is good. I'm glad it's happened now, not at a higher price, and we'll have the correction, and then things will level off, and people will work out a way around it, and we will get through it. But right now, we're in this state, and we are where we are, and we just have to hold tight. That's it.
Well,
Let's go.
I wanted to ask, did you come across anything that explains why now with China? And also, do you think that China will reverse their decision at some point based, well, I'm asking that question based on what I just read about their history with crypto. Obviously, this is an attempt to do something. They're seeing problems, or at least problems for them. But do you see that it will ultimately affect how people deal with money in China? Do you think China's going to reverse it, or like, what do you think about that?
I think it will be in a situation. We'll be in a situation where they will try and push their own currency. Um, if it doesn't work out and people don't buy into the whole idea, then we'll most probably see a reversal on their decision. Because you've got to remember that as much as cryptocurrency isn't for them, they don't like it, it's bringing billions of dollars to their economy. And they're not just being traded in the economy that they're in is from all around the world. China have been transacting over the last year with crypto. So for them to stop it and say this because they want people to try and transact in their crypto, but I don't think it will take off. When countries try and um, bully the people bite back. And I think they'll find that people will bite back. Number one, because we've got sore heads because of what's happening with the price, and we don't like being told what to do. And number two, because we lose at the moment, I'm not going to use the term losing money, the value of our portfolios is down, and we are not very happy. I'm not worried, so I'm concerned at where the bottom is, so I can buy more. That's what I'm concerned about, and I want to see. I would like to. I would like to see a bottom, and the charts just aren't giving anyone a bottom. No one can say. everyone can guess, right? And this is what I hate in this game. Everybody will be like, well, that's it. It hits 40. It's going to go to 15. Well, listen, mate, 15 is a little bit of a big jump from 40. Let's be realistic. So
Right.
I think we could see as low as 35, maybe a little bit lower. You know, so Yuri Queen said it the other day. It could go as low as 30. And
Right.
unless we begin to see some sort of recovery, she could be right. I'm
Right.
hoping it turns at 35. I really am.
What?
But the charts don't say that. The charts, when I draw the lines and I look at it, the charts are saying it's going to go lower than that. Those probably around 28. And then we're going to see a turn, a support. But again, it depends when these whales, it depends when people start getting confidence back in it. So as soon as the hedge funds start buying back in, the price will start to recover. But these stupid hedge funds, they'll take advantage of a down market. And this is what the retail investor doesn't see. So you can make money. So right now, yesterday, I'm not going to say it, I shorted Bitcoin yesterday and I made money. And I'll be shorting a few other cryptos and I'll be making money.
Well, I
But
shorted
the
Ethereum yesterday, actually. Well, this early this morning. And I've been playing with the leverage coins too, because of what's going on right now. I just decided, well, maybe this is an opportunity, and I have made a little bit of money, not much, because I wasn't playing with a whole lot of it either. But I did say, well, let's see what I can do here in the midst of this messiness.
So
So
we got to look back. We got to look back to 2020 at the end of 2020. Why the price went up in the first place? The price went up. Remember, I always say it. The price went up because hedge funds and institutes invested in it. They began to believe in it. They saw that there was a store of value. They could see that they could make more money than stocks. And when the hedge funds sell their positions as well, it is going to have an effect. And I'm hoping we do see this bottom at 35. I really, really do. Because I think once it gets to a certain stage, it will be, there'll just be a downward trend. And that worries me because when it gets lower and lower and lower, it, people are going to think, some people will think, do you know what? I don't want to lose everything I've got. It's better to get out now. And that's when we'll see the crash. So if it turns before 30, we'll be in a good boat. And I'm just being realistic with the price because I'm hoping it could turn today, tomorrow, but unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. I
right,
just I
I
just
agree.
don't see it. And I think you could say that the market might turn green. We might have a little bit of a percentage rise. But what I don't want to see happen is for it to go from 40 to 60 because the way it built up was how it should have gone up. Going up gradually is better than spikes because then it's sustainable. Because otherwise, what that means is it's a pump.
Right.
And then what will happen is the whales will dump and we'll be back to square one again. And I think that last article that I was reading about, we've come full circle. We're back at the same price as when Elon Musk first said, I'm going to use accept Bitcoin to buy
Right.
Tesla. So,
Interestingly enough, though, when it hit that price, I was amazed. I was like, "Oh my God, this is amazing. This is great." But now that we've like, more than doubled that, and then kind of we're falling back down to that. It's it's a wild ride. That's what I want to say.
okay, let's pop these bubbles from these guys.
Oh, Blockchain Jane. I love the intros to the YouTube videos. Very good.
Thank you. you.
Grand Rising Blockchain Jane. Grand Rising Bitcoin Boxer. Looks like Bitcoin got down into 38,000. So it did go down into the 30s like I thought.
Yeah, I did. I said that. I said you were the only person that said it. I said I didn't believe that it was going to happen, but it happened. It happened, and I said it earlier. You were right.
Morning. Just want to add, now we see why so many billions of pounds on short contracts was taken out. These hedge funds or these institutes obviously knew there was serious news coming out of China, right?
Yeah, I think he's right.
Yeah, I think you're right. They would have known. Someone would have leaked it. Someone would have said to people, because you got to remember these hedge funds have got billions, so they're ready for taking. They're ready for taking action before the markets turn. They're not silly. They've got so much money they can get information before we even smell it. They're very, very, and this is where those short positions have made them. They're most probably jumping up and down and popping dom and doing loads of craziness because they made an absolute killing from all those short contracts. And well, I said they made a. They're still making a killing. It's only when they close it. So I think that hopefully we will see a bottom at some point, but right now I don't see it. And as the Yuri Queen said last time that we could see the 30s, well, I'm hoping it doesn't go below 30 into the 20s. And
Right.
that's the bit that concerns me because all it's going to take now is for someone to bring out another article on top of another article on top of another article on top of another article, and it will push down. Don't get me wrong, Bitcoin isn't going nowhere. Bitcoin is going to be back up, but I just want to know where the bottom is so I can get everything ready and put some buy orders in so I can buy back in at such a low rate and make an absolute killing out of it.
Right.
So if someone could say to you, if the price of Bitcoin went below 30 and someone said to you at 64, what would you do if the price of Bitcoin went below 30? Everyone would say, I would buy back in at that price. And that's, I'm looking to buy back in, but I don't want to buy back in. I don't want my money just sitting there waiting for it to go down further and then climb back up. I want to buy it at the bottom of it. And that's what I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find when the bottom is going to be. But at the moment, I think everybody is having trouble saying where that bottom is. There's so many, it's such a wide range that
Right.
people are choosing that it's hard to look at it. And I can't, from all my time looking and predicting charts, the way that the price of Bitcoin has gone down this time is hard for me to even say because usually it will go down in a spike and I'll be able to get it. It will go down in that gradual downtrend. But this time it's been a spike, a downtrend, a spike. So I don't know what to think at the moment. I'm going to keep monitoring it for the rest of the day and see if I can get some sort of pattern and see if I can work it out. But right now, I can't see a bottom. And the only reason I'm saying that, when I said I want to see a bottom, because I want to buy more. I'm not selling anything. I just want to buy more of everything. So, like I said, proof of stake coins is what I'm looking into to buy today. And I'll be putting up a list of proof of stake coins that I want you guys to watch out for. And I'm going to be putting up on the Discord channel later today. And I'll be talking about in the next show at 5. And these will be the coins that when the market does begin to recover, you want to look into. These are the eco-friendly coins. That will be the ones that people will be turning to. So you already know one, which you should be holding, which is Cardano. The second one which you need to be looking at is Algorand. and I'm going to be finding some more later on. I didn't have time to go through and search a lot of them, but Algorand is another one. And on the 5 o'clock show, I'll be giving a list of all of the proof of stake coins that are eco-friendly, that ones that I think you'll be, which will be popping off when the market recovers. Okay, let's pop this bubble.
So when I was going through some of the information posted in the Discord group and all the other channels, I was like, why are these guys doing this? Like, do they really want to lose all this money, pouring all those billions on short positions? And I just could not understand. I really could not understand. Well, they obviously knew something I didn't know. You know? Goodness. So, what's the best step from here? You know, how do we go forward from here, from this position?
Yeah, we wait. Don't buy into anything yet. Wait. Let's wait for the dip to happen. If you're holding that, what you're holding, I wouldn't be worried. The market is going to recover. It's not going to not recover. But if you're looking to buy right now, there's two things. One is I think what will emerge from this are proof of stake coins, and that seems to be the general consensus across most of the platforms I'm on, most of the newspapers, crypto news outlets. They're all saying the same thing. I think that that will be which direction people will be going down, and I think most businesses will want to be, especially with going towards the whole being carbon friendly, neutral, EV cars, all of that, crypto will need to follow suit. And with regards to the electricity, proof of stake coin, don't get me wrong, Bitcoin, all of this will still continue to go up. It'll be nothing is going to change with that. But for the lower altcoins, you could make an absolute killing by getting into the low proof of stake coins. But again, I'll find some low value ones for the 5 o'clock show. And the next step, hold on. Don't do anything. Just keep watching. And we're just waiting for a bottom. And
Right.
when the bottom comes, then we will make a decision on the best way to go forward. But right now, as we've seen over the last yesterday, we were down 5 to 7%. The day before, 7 to 8%. Today, 15 to 20%. Who knows? This is why crypto is so crazy. It's so volatile that
Look,
it's so hard to predict. And
look,
when Sayuri Queen said to me the other day, sorry, Dr. When Sayuri Queen said to me the other day that it's going to go to 30. Me, I was like, what? And she was like, oh, I read it. It said it. And I was like, what? No way. And I thought it was just going to be some sort of recovery. And then all of a sudden, one thing
another.
after another thing has just pushed it down. And it's really nuts.
Right. Well, I just got a notification on Twitter about Mr. Elon Musk. He tweeted yesterday, I guess, last evening, a photograph. It's just like it just says Starbase, which I've just learned is another cryptocurrency. So he's still playing games, I see. But what's interesting about the tweet is this. I'm looking at the replies to the tweet, and people are smoking hot mad. They're pissed. Some guy just tweeted, "I just lost 20,000 from today's market." Someone else tweeted, "Believe me, because of you, I am at a loss and unable to pay my house rent. I do not even say my shop rent, and I have made payments. You have literally ruined me." Actually, I'm looking through this guy's Twitter feed under this photo, and I'm realizing a couple things. Like, he's playing a game. He's a billionaire. People, I mean, it's really disturbing what he's doing. But also, people should not be posting. When I read that guy's reply, people should not be investing what they cannot afford to lose. That is the one thing I want to stress. Like, you can make money doing this, but like, it is so volatile, and no one should come into it thinking this is a safe bet. It is not. Do not invest what you cannot afford to lose. But this guy, he's just Messy, a whole other level of messy. And he don't care. People out here thinking he's for the people. He's not. He's for Elon Musk. You know. So that was my little rant.
I could think of another rap for him, and it begins with B and ends in D, and begins in C and ends in T.
Yeah, like this is ugh, it's not nice, but I mean, personally, some of my other coins, I'm definitely my portfolio is down across the board. However, I'm still up with Ethereum, like way up with Ethereum and Bitcoin. So I don't know. I'm annoyed and slightly worried. This thing with China is probably more worrisome to me, actually way more worrisome than the Elon Musk thing, because it's yet another, like in the space of a month or 2 months, we have three governments: India, Turkey, and now China again, with this whole idea of banning cryptocurrencies. So I think that is not going to lend any help with the trust of the markets. That's pretty concerning.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, guys. Look, I appreciate everyone's busy. We're coming up to 50 minutes, so please ask any questions you have. While you're doing that, let me wrap it up. Let's not do anything crazy. Let's hold on. Let's see where the bottom is. I'm going to look into some proof of stake coins, which are the eco-friendly ones, which people will most probably be buying a lot of, which will hopefully be able to get into them early and make an absolute killing. I'll talk about them on the 5 o'clock show. Also, a big thank you to all of you for coming and listening on stereo. And if you're listening on YouTube, please make sure you give us a thumbs up and make sure you leave a comment to let us know what you think about what's happening and how crazy the market is today. And if you have any other questions, please leave them in the comment. If you want to join us on stereo, we put the link in the about page of the YouTube channel. Please go and smash that, and you'll be able to interact with us live on these shows. A massive thank you to the YouTube family, and a massive thank you to the Blue Hat family for chiming in. And yeah, apart from that, just a quick note. Please, for the Blue Hat family, we have Dave and Sam's wedding this weekend, which is going to be crazy, which is 4 p.m. Eastern time on stereo. Please put that in your diaries. It's going to be a crazy, crazy event. And then the reception will be on Discord after. So if there's no more questions, Blockchain Jane, have you got anything else to say before we wrap it up?
No, I think that's good, and we'll see what's going on later this afternoon. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So guys, we'll see you at 5 o'clock. Thank you for joining us. Sending out lots of love to all of you. Thank you, guys.
Bye bye.